Hi there, keen traders. It was an interesting trading today with the non-farm payroll report, and the report was worse than expected, and that lead to the break higher of the significant support and resistance zones that I pointed out just last night in the Euro USD and the Aussie USD. The USD JPY, on the other hand, did whipsaw back and forth, and we didn't really have any clean-cut opportunities in the Great Britain Usd, Great Britain New Zealand, and the Euro and Great Britain JPY pairs. But let's go through and look at all these majors, and I'll show you a few ways we could have traded this to wrangle in some pips if we had been so inclined. As we know, this 137.10 level was a significant level that we were looking for, and I was expecting maybe a spike higher above this level, then a move back down lower. But I guess if we look at the bigger picture, we can see that the tapering probably has been put on the back burner, and we could see continued dollar weakness because everybody is talking about the strength that's coming out of Europe and so forth. So as long as the pair now remains above this 137.10 and we get a daily close above this level, which I would anticipate, knowing we're about 70 pips above it, this will be the new support, and it will favor a continued push higher. And the first level we'd look at on that push higher is that 142.50 level, and I'm not saying it's going to go up in a straight line to that point, but that would be the next level of major resistance. But let's look how we could have traded this on a 5-minute chart. When we had the data release at 8:30, you can see that this pair had basically just been drifting sideways, doing nothing over the last day or so. So we had the spike higher. Was about 137.35 from 130. So it was about, let's say, about 60 pips. And at that point, I would have liked to wait for a pullback to about the 50 pip from that move, but we didn't even get anywhere near that. So I would probably be watching that 137.10 level. We didn't get that either. But what you could have done quite easily is you could have gone long there, but you would have had to put a stop that was all the way down here. And I didn't want it. The risk reward wasn't worth a 60 pip stop. So that's what it would keep you out of that trade. But you can see if you had gone long here at 137.35, you can see that the pair had a bit of a pullback, but it did continue to go back up, and did it probably hit 85? Yep. It hit 85. People were probably taking their profits there on a 50 pip move. And you can probably say the same exact thing in the Great Britain USD. I know it had an initial spike higher. Bam. Let's close that down. Have alarms all over the place. Not even sure what that was for. I deleted it too quickly. All right, so you can see that this pair shot higher. Then this pair had quite a significant, more significant pullback. We went up to 161.89. Then we got all the way down to 169.60. So about a 29 pip stop. So, but once again, the risk reward was skewed in the interest that you'd have to put the stop probably below here at the 161.38 level, which would give you about a 50 pip stop at that point. But you probably, let's say 161.89, so we'd be looking for 39. It looks like it's right around that level at this moment, so you'd have to keep your eye on that for a larger push higher. Now the Great Britain, while we're looking at it, you can see that the pair has moved higher. It is moving up the trend line, and it is going to come into this support level right here, 162.50, which was the high from the first of the month. So we'll have to see if the pair can get the Momo to break that, or if we get a pushback down towards the ascending trend line. The one trade I'm in right now, which is just a scalp that the pair had just basically been sitting around doing the Aussie, just sitting around this 50 fib level at 197.14. It broke up to the fib, and I just went short. That's really annoying me. Let's go to the Great Britain and see where that keeps going off. It's just the trend line. I just sitting there. Price alert. All right, I put price alerts at the fib levels during night, so I know when we hit targets, and I just randomly place in places when those trades aren't on, and that's what that trade was hit. All right, so the Great Britain USD, we're going to be watching this 162.50 level, so we'll see if we get a break of that, and we can see a push up to the 163.30. Aussie, on the other hand, you can see, like I said, it's at this fib. Looks like probably going to get closed out on that short-term scalp, but that was easy to see. That you can see that it's just one short on the push up higher above this 197.40 with the break back down lower. I think my entry price was 0.9712, so actually no, that trade could still work. Looking for, it bounced almost on cue at the 50 fib at this 197.91 level, but could be looking for a push all the way back to 196.50, and just looking for a retracement in the move. I have no real reason or rhyme to think that the pair would retrace back, but that is a very technical level, and we did see pushbacks in the other pairs. If we get back above this 197.40, we get a daily close, a significant daily close. I'm not talking like 5-10 pips above this level, and this 4-hour candle does look very, which is about the close right now, does look very, very bullish. I mean, very bearish, to tell the truth. We could see a pushback down lower. It would have to be a pretty direct pushback down lower, though, because we only have about 6 pips in that move. Anyway, so the what we're going to watch in this pair is to see if they get the close below that 50 fib. We get a break above it, then we could see a pushback up towards the 0.618 fib at 99.18. New Zealand just continued to move higher, not much resistance up until that 85.70. Not really much to say about that. And the Euro JPY, I mean the USD JPY, just whipsawing back and forth today, and not really getting any traction in either direction. The pair is definitely in a consolidation mode, and basically we have support here around 97.40 and resistance is up here around 98.90. The Euro JPY, now this is a little bit more interesting. This pair broke above that 135 level, moved all the way up towards the 135 50 level, and now it's quickly reversed. So this 135 level could still be secured with a close below it on the daily, and then we could see a little bit more ping pong action in between these pairs. Now let's get down and look at the pairs that we normally look to scalp into, and which would be, let's see, do swing trades in the Great Britain Usd and Great Britain New Zealand. You can see that these trades today, I was looking for a pullback to the 50 fib, but I'm obviously not going to take the trade before the non-farm payroll report, because we're just going to have a bunch of consolidation. You can see it looks like, oh look, we had a pushback up to that fib level, but that literally all happened in about 10 seconds. And so the pair continued to push down, but it did act very technical. I mean, it didn't come out of nowhere where this trade reversed. It went right down to the 1.272 fib, 189.70, and it reversed at that level, moving back up, retracing the entire move, almost 70 pips to the top side. Great Britain Usd, same thing. We didn't get any of the opportunities with the 50 fib. We never touched it in trading, but you can see that the pair did shoot. Well, the range was so narrow too. You can see that the 50 fib is at 167.26, and you can see the target down there would be 166.76, which is basically 50 pips, and that's very difficult to trade in. And you can see that once again the pair did move right down towards around the 50 at the 0.272 level, and then reverse, and now we're back at the 50 fib level. And so we're going to have a more excuse me, another tight range to try to maneuver in tomorrow. Now, if we look at the breakout trading method that which used to do almost exclusively today, we had the break would have been a break of this range confirmation here at 190.32, and then move down to 189.70. So that would have been a 50 break even if we had done that trade. In the Great Britain Usd, you can see that would have definitely not worked out too well. Would have definitely been a blowout on that loss. We're not having the follow through on the momentum for those trades to be working at the current moment with the lower ATRs in those pairs, average true ranges. Let's see now in the Euro JPY pairs. Obviously we were looking at them before we moved back to 134.18, and no, we did not get that. We did have a blowout. This was a breakout trade, would have worked well again also. 134.72, 134.50, so it would have been a 50, and now you'd be at break even, just to see how things go. But what I do like this is it's an extended range, and we'll have a interesting look to see if we have follow through. And tomorrow when I put the fib levels up there, well, we're going to be watching that 134.86 level, hoping for a bounce, and so we can get a push back up higher if we get down there into Asian trading. And the Great Britain JPY is going to be a similar trade. You can see we bounce around back up, did touch the 50 fibs, but I mean, once again, that was one of those like 1 second trades. So we would see that the pair on breakout trading would have worked also, because we want 158.75. Basically, those are mirrors of each other. But tomorrow we're going to have a larger range with hoping for a pullback that we can jump into, which could be which could work out very well, because you need the larger ranges to make the risk reward a little more appealing. All right, everybody, that's it for today. Look forward to jumping into some of these fib trades tomorrow with these larger ranges. Everybody have a good night. Keep a lookout for the Twitter feed. for everybody that's in the Keen feed, there's also another Twitter account that I use. I'm not sure everybody's in it, and it's just named Chris Keen, and you can find that. And then that's where I send out most of the stuff from the blog originally. And I assume that most of you guys are already on that, but just in case you hadn't seen it, just search under Keen. I'm sure you'll find it. All right, everybody, have a great night.